Hey guys, it's Ken here. Welcome back to a new video on this channel. And yes, I know, I'm late. I don't know why. Let's just jump straight into fall 2025 anime, shall we? One Punch Man Season 3. Yeah, let's move on. Spy Family Season 3. Our adorable anime series consisting of a spy dad, assassin mom, telepath daughter, and a dog with precognitive abilities has returned for yet another season. Last I watched was Season 1. So I don't really know where Season 2 left off. I want to continue it, I swear. To Your Eternity Season 3. An orb that can replicate any form of life and is traveling on a journey to learn more about the meaning of life and develop personalities by interacting with people. It's a pretty good series and it also has a lot of heavy moments too. But then again, I haven't watched Season 2 yet, but honestly, I really should continue sequels. Isekai Quartet Season 3. Damn, I haven't heard of this series in a while. It's basically a high school life with popular isekai characters such as Konosuba, ReZero, Overlord, Saga of Ten of the Evil. Season 2 invited more characters from Rising of the Shield Hero, Cautious Hero, and now for Season 3, it's Eminence in Shadow. That kind of rhymed. Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill Season 2. You isekai into another world with the power to browse the supermarket and cook delicious food. The prequel cooked up a storm, pun intended, and made a lot of people try out his recipes from the anime. Let This Grieving Soul Retire Core 2. Story of a guy who's in an elite party and is known to be one of the strongest guys there too, but turns out he's not actually that strong and is just pretty damn lucky. Yet again, people don't really believe him when he says that. My Hero Academia Final Season. Ah yes, My Hero Academia. The series that got me into anime is now ending. Well, at this point in time, it has already ended, but you know. Story of a boy who has no powers, but looks up to the #1 hero and wants to be like him. Ends up becoming one himself. I'm still like a season or two behind, but when I end up finishing it, I am definitely making a whole video dedicated to it. So keep an eye out for that. My status as an assassin obviously exceeds the heroes. Yeah, I don't really know what to tell you. It's in the name. A class got reincarnated and the MC got assassin abilities that looked weak, but turns out to be stronger than the heroes. 信じてた仲間たちに男女奥地で殺されかけたがギフト無限ガチャでレベル9999の仲間たちを手に入れて元パーティーメンバーと世界に復讐とざまします。That was a fucking mouthful. And yes, I picked the Japanese one for comedic purposes. A human that got betrayed by all the other races gains a gambling addiction skill. 悪食令女と強血公爵そのままの私が美味しくいただきます Also a mouthful but not as bad. The noble is not a fan of having the nicest chicken or the finest steak. No, she wants a whole ass dragon on her plate. That also rhymed. Hero without a class, who even needs skills? In a world of classes and skills, the MC doesn't get one, so he strives to become the best hero without a class. Basically doing it the old-fashioned way. A wild last boss appeared. A guy that reincarnates into a game, into the body of one of the most feared bosses that was defeated many years ago. Potion Wagami wo Tasukeru. A girl isekais and her skill is basically generating a whole bunch of different kinds of potions. Dad is a hero, mom is a spirit, I'm a reincarnator. A scientist isekais and becomes the daughter of two hella powerful figures in that world. The dark history of the reincarnated villainess. A girl that reincarnates into the body of a villainess of her own created fantasy, and she's already set it up to be pretty meticulous. So she's gotta remember every single detail in order to stay alive. May I ask for one final thing? I am pretty sure this exploded on the internet, cause it's basically a princess that can fucking brawl. And I mean, holy shit. Kinda hot, to be honest. My friend's little sister has it in for me. We're getting into this territory now. MC is the kind of person where having fun in your youth is pointless, so his best friend's little sister teases him all the time. To the point where she practically lives in his room. Is this how we really attract girls these days? A gatherer's adventure in isekai. A solitary man that isekais into another world with insane buffs, so he uses it to search for rare items. The banished court magician aims to become the strongest. Alright, let's see how this banished story goes. Court magician banished due to only knowing support magic forms a party with his former comrade for dungeon exploration. Chitose is in the Ramune bottle, a story of how it feels like to get the chance to shine and also not getting the chance to shine in order to search for the proper beauty of living. My awkward senpai, the strict, scary office lady, turns out to just be very awkward. It gets worse when she has to be in charge of training the newbie. Yano-kun's ordinary days. A guy who is used to getting bruises and gets transferred to another class, gets to experience the high school life he's always been wishing for through the efforts of the class president that's trying to learn more about him. Inexpressive Kashiwada and expressive Ota. Two people who are polar opposites might be into each other. Shabake. In the Edo period, a young master who has a weak constitution and always hangs out with spirits inside the house, one day witnessed a murder, and a ton more murders after that. So he works together with the spirits to solve those mysteries. Taiyo yorimo mabushi hoshi. A girl once had a crush for a boy back in elementary school, but they started drifting apart. And towards the end of middle school, she reconnects with him again. And now in high school, her feelings start to resurface again. Kimi to koete koi ni naru. In a world where humans and beast folk coexist, well, the beast folk's not really having the best treatment out there, a high school girl accidentally bumps into a beast folk that actually attends the same school as her. And so she learns more about him beyond the fur. The story actually sounds pretty nice. I don't know if I should make a furry joke. Dusk beyond the end of the world. A guy wakes up from an eternal slumber, and the first thing he sees is an android that looks identical to his girlfriend. And the first thing she does is propose to him. This monster wants to eat me. A girl was told by a mermaid that her blood attracts countless of beasts, so the mermaid vowed that she would protect her until she matures, so that the mermaid could eat her. Little Miss Vampire can't suck right. Okay, what the fuck is this? So the popular girl in class turns out to be a vampire, and she sucks at sucking. She's terrible at sucking blood. That's all there is, I hope. Hands off. Sawaranai de kote sashikun. MC is a little too good at doing massages, so he provides a service at the girl's door for a scholarship to medical school. I call bullshit. Kikai jikake no mari. Former martial arts legend accepts a job as a robot maid. The problem is, she's a human, and her master apparently despises humans. Shumatsu touring. Two girls travel around a post-apocalyptic Japan doing tourist things. Since the world is over, might as well go on a trip. This kind of reminds me of like Girls Last Tour, but by the looks of it, hopefully less depressing. A mangaka's weirdly wonderful workplace. It's basically an adult comedy around the manga industry, which actually sounds kind of fun. One Dance. Yeah, this anime. A guy who avoids standing out due to his stuttering, but also wants to express himself, has chosen to do it through dancing. Yeah, I heard how great the manga was, but the adaptation, yeah, let's not talk about that. Sanda. So apparently Santa Claus got busy and now has a Japanese descendant. So the MC Sanda can turn into Santa to beat up adults. And last but definitely not least, we have Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. Story of a middle-aged man who really wants to become a Kamen Rider and is pretty close to letting go of that dream, finds himself getting caught up in shocker-related robberies. So he decides to take his chances. So what started from attending has now become much more real. And honestly, props to the guy. I relate to him a lot. I am also very desperate to become an Ultraman, Super Sentai, or even a Kamen Rider too. From final seasons, to long-ass names, to cute plots, to poorly executed adaptations. There you have Fall 2025 anime. Well, if you didn't realize, I'm sick. And it doesn't really make much of a difference. I sound fucking sick in all my other videos too. But being sick in my semester break really fucking sucks. So I guess for this season, it's pretty timid in a good way. There's not much sequels. There's not much self-explanatory series. There's a lot of series with really nice plots and very misleading title names too. But even so, and I know I say it a lot, I actually pretty like this list. That's really how it is with like every season of anime. There's always like a giant list and you always have like a lot of options to choose from. So basically take your pick and you can start enjoying a lot of different series. And that's what's been happening to me too while binging animes from other past seasons. Because sometimes you would see an anime and you'll think, okay, I could probably just like eat while watching this. And then you end up being totally focused on the anime without ever touching your food. And I'm always down for surprises like that. It really broadens my horizons, as you would say. And because of doing that, you end up getting a lot more different kinds of tastes, you could say. That's also why I watch all different genres, except yaoi, of course. But in about a week, or like a couple of days, it's gonna be the winter 2026 anime. I really gotta start working on my schedule again. After making the anniversary video and that reaction video, I guess my body just went on a full ass break. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and tell me in the comments below what anime I look forward to in this season. And if I missed any anime and you want me to review them, let me know in the comments below. Till then, see you in the next one. Bye!